Hello everybody, welcome to Philosofia's channel. Today I would like to show you my Michelle Pfeiffer collection. This is the best part, my favorite part of my collection. I adore Michelle Pfeiffer since I was a child. She is my idol. She's amazing, and I really hope she's gonna make a lot more movies. I'm trying to collect every single work of hers, but of course my collection isn't complete yet, so in the future there might be new update videos or a new collection show off. I'm working on updating all my DVDs to Blu-rays, although some of the DVDs, the artwork and just the whole quality of the release is much better than just a bare bones Blu-ray, so in some cases I keep them both. So to start with, and this is not in particular order, I will show first DVDs and then Blu-rays and special editions, some steelbooks, so it's not in chronological order nor in a top order, so it's random. Start with one of my favorites, and I think almost all movies I could say one of my favorites, but this is truly one of my favorites. I Am Sam. This is a snapper case. I'm gonna start with the snapper cases. I love this artwork, beautiful artwork, and it opens up. It's a really special snapper case. I like snapper cases because they have great artwork on them. This movie does have a Blu-ray release, but it's out of print at the moment. I didn't jump on it really fast, and now the price is just way too high, so I hope they're gonna put it back in print again, because this movie deserves more attention. This is an amazing movie about a disabled or mentally impaired father raising alone a 7-year-old, and the hardships, and if he should be able to raise it, or would it be better for the girl to go to a family. So interesting topic. And Michelle Pfeiffer plays a attorney. Also, the music is phenomenal. All Beatles music, but I'm not sure who's the band. Music, John Powell is the music by John Powell, but a woman singing most of the songs, Beatles, and I just really like those alternative Beatles songs. So great movie, one of my favorite soundtracks ever. So I Am Sam. My second snapper case is White Oleander. And this movie is about a narcissistic woman, a narcissistic mother who just bearing over her child, even from prison, trying to control her life. This is not an easy watch, and Michelle Pfeiffer herself said it in an interview that she was disgusted by this character she played. So interesting watch, definitely. Kind of a coming of age story by Alison Lohman. She's the daughter, and I think this movie is based upon a novel, so if you're into adaptations. Alright, the next one is The Witches of Eastwick. This is my Hungarian snapper case edition. I am not sure if this one got a Blu-ray release, but I like this snapper case. And this movie is based upon a novel, John Updike's novel, The Witches of Eastwick. It's a very weird movie, not so typical story about the devil. A lot of symbolism takes place in this movie, and this is definitely a movie that you can watch many times because you'll find new little details, new meanings. Also, Jack Nicholson is pretty great in it, and Cher and Susan Sarandon next to Michelle Pfeiffer. It's a great cast. Good movie for Halloween. My next snapper case is Tequila Sunrise. This is also the Hungarian snapper case edition. This one also have some beautiful artwork. I'm really I love the silhouette artworks. And the next one is, I know it's not a very famous movie, but this is seriously my favorite movie, The Story of Us. This movie, I love Bruce Willis, of course Michelle Pfeiffer. I love the music by Eric Clapton. I love the directing by Rob Reiner. I love how it's put together with flashbacks and interviews. It is just a very special movie, and it didn't receive great critical reviews. It's my personal very favorite movie. When I watch this, it gives me a little bit of security because I watched it so many times, the music. And first when I've seen, when did this came out? Around 2000, I think 1999 or 2000. Of course I wasn't married yet, I was so early in life, but I just always believed in saving your marriage if it's in trouble, and I loved how these two worked through their issues. I recommend this movie to anyone because just the directing style, the way how the clips put together, and like Michelle Pfeiffer and Bruce Willis sitting on a couch and reminiscing about their life, and there is flashbacks, and it's just great. And my last snapper case is Batman Returns. This is the iconic poster image. Now I don't have the Blu-ray of this movie. I know I should have, but I never found a Blu-ray release that was accessible for me that had Michelle Pfeiffer's face on it. And even the steelbook is just very plain. I'm not sure if I'll get that one. I'm planning on upgrading this to the 4K version. Hopefully I will be able to get it with the slipcover. I just didn't pull the plug on it yet, or trigger. So and the regular slipcover 4K version features Michelle Pfeiffer on the cover as well, but this is the iconic movie cover of Batman Returns, so I like this edition. And here is the inside with the Batmobile in the back. So that's all for the snapper cases. Next, let's see the DVDs. A Midsummer Night's Dream Shakespeare play. This is haven't seen this for a long while. It's a very different movie, kind of like fairy tale like, but there is a lot of erotic moments in it as well. I definitely have to rewatch this soon. Next one is Love Field. Now this movie is a hidden gem. I don't think a lot of people know this movie, and they should. This movie was up for Oscars. Michelle Pfeiffer was up for Oscars for Best Supporting Actress, but she lost that year. Driving Miss Daisies. Maybe Morgan Freeman. I think Morgan Freeman won that, which is great, but if somebody needs an Oscar, it's Michelle Pfeiffer. She definitely deserves an Oscar. I really hope she'll be in some major role where she can scoop up that Oscar that she very well deserves. This movie, especially nowadays, this day and age, it's a really good watch. Takes place in 1963, when Kennedy was murdered, JFK, and Michelle Pfeiffer tried to go and see Jackie Kennedy the day, and she met this traveling family, an African American dad with his daughter, and they form a connection, and it's just a beautiful movie. It's kind of like a period piece, a little bit of historical aspect, but also a road trip movie, and just a movie about just loving each other and accepting each other for who we are. Great movie, very underrated. Next movie is again a Hungarian version, I Could Never Be Your Woman, with Paul Rudd. This is from one of, it's not I'm not sure when, I think 2000 something this movie is from. Great movie. I think after this movie, funny, it's a comedy. After this movie, Michelle Pfeiffer wasn't in many movies for a long time, and then she came back. So it's a funny movie, and also a young Saoirse Ronan is her daughter, and she's dating a younger man. Next movie is the Lady Hawk, or just Lady Hawk. This movie is available on Blu-ray, Warner Archive Blu-ray, and I'm planning on getting that movie when I'm ready, or if I find a deal. This is one of Michelle Pfeiffer's first big role in a movie from 1985, and this is the Hungarian version. Also, what I like about a lot of Hungarian editions of my movies is that they have this inside artwork in the see-through case, so you can enjoy something in the inside of your case also. I wish they would have done this with the American releases as well. Also, this one has inside artwork also. I think especially with this frosty look, I just like that look. And they are nice and sturdy cases, not like the eco cases we get nowadays. Next up is Frankie and Johnny, and I think this is the UK version. I got this while I was living in Hungary, but this movie wasn't available in Hungarian market, so I ordered it online from the UK. Another great movie. Fun fact, if I translate, in Hungary or in other countries, they always give movies different names. Marketing specialists decide what the movie will be named for that target audience. So for this movie, the title was Potato Rose in Hungarian, and I always loved the title. Frankie and Johnny is a good title as well, but Potato Rose was just so special because if you've seen the movie, you know that Al Pacino plays a chef, and he makes a potato rose, a rose out of a potato, and gives it to Michelle Pfeiffer's character, who's a waitress. This is a love drama, a little bit of comedy, typical 90s, 80s movie. I'm not sure when is this again was released. 1991, that's right. That's why I said it still have a little bit of 80s feeling to it, but early 90s. So 1991 with the great music and just the setting. Great movie as well. Of course, I'm gonna say all movies are great, so I think we'll see. I don't be surprised if I'm gonna say every single one of them is the best movie ever, because whenever I watch them, that's how I feel. Alright, so there is a very interesting one coming up. I don't know how many people are familiar with this movie. It is to Jillian on her 37th birthday, and this movie had a DVD release in the US, but they only had the full screen release. So the only way to get this movie in the US on a widescreen format is through a 10 movie pack, I think called Tearjerkers, and it's a 2-disc set by Mill Creek Entertainment. And this one is one of the discs has To Jillian on her 37th birthday, The End of an Affair, The End of the Affair, which is also a great movie, and All the Pretty Horses, which I haven't seen yet. So I made this case for this movie to put it in my Michelle Pfeiffer collection. I just didn't want to buy the full screen version because I already had this widescreen version. So I really hope they will release this on Blu-ray, because this is another movie that has great cinematography, a very interesting storyline where Michelle Pfeiffer is actually not alive in the movie. She is dead, and she just comes back as a ghost and as a memory, flashbacks. Also, it's a coming of age movie because Claire, it's mostly focusing on Claire Danes and how she's going through this period of her life. So great underrated unknown gem. Alright, next, What Lies Beneath. And Halloween is coming up, so if you like a good psychological mystical thriller slash like horror, it is categorized as horror as well, but it's not. It's more like this mystical thriller. I really enjoy this movie. I can get lost in this environment. One of my favorite movie houses ever. The house they feature in this movie. It's just an amazing place. Also Michelle Pfeiffer, just beautiful shots of her face. She plays the cello in this movie. I don't think she does it, but I love that part. I don't want to give too much away if you haven't seen this movie. It's very good. It has, you can't really, I don't think it's predictable at all, and the atmosphere is just very good for a good chiller movie. So next up is Up Close and Personal. Also this one, I don't think there is a Blu-ray edition either. Why? This is a great movie. I don't get it. Also, I forgot to show the inside. Sorry, I go back and forth. There you go. I don't know why it has another poster art. I guess it's a reversible poster art. That's cool. Or is it? Yeah. It's not much different. I don't know how can you see, because it's kind of see-through if I turn it that way. The heads are a little different. This is my Hungarian edition. Alright, back to Up Close and Personal. Robert Redford and Michelle Pfeiffer, they play journalists and TV anchors, news anchor, and she starts out as a weather woman and becomes like a very famous news anchor. Also, this movie has some great music by Celine Dion. Because You Loved Me, that's a famous song in this movie. Romantic drama, little bit political. Great movie. They have great chemistry, Redford and Pfeiffer. I highly recommend. Also, no Blu-ray release, shame. Alright, next up is an amazing movie again. The Fabulous Baker Boys. One of the earliest work of Michelle Pfeiffer, or close to early work, and I think she was up for Oscars for as a supporting actress for this role as well, and she should have won. I don't know who won it that year, but wow, she sings in this movie. Her character is just so raw, and this movie has the 80s feel to it. The atmosphere is amazing. The Bridges brothers with Jeff and Bo Bridges playing with her. She plays Susie Diamond, a bar singer, and it's such a typical 80s movie feel to it, which is a good thing. I say it in a good sense. Also, one of the best soundtracks ever. I listen to this in my car all the time. I have the CD in my car, and especially when you go at night, put this soundtrack on. It's wow, you feel like you are in the movie a little bit. I just love it. Up next, let's see, another Hungarian release of a great movie, The Deep End of the Ocean. This is also a adaptation of a novel, and I believe Michelle Pfeiffer produced this movie. She was the producer. She had a production company called Via Rose. She had this company with her friend, and they named it Via Rose or Rosa, Via Rose or Via Rosa, Via Rosa, because Michelle Pfeiffer's daughter name is Rose, and her friend's name, I believe, was friend's daughter's name was Olivia, so that's how they came up with the name Via Rosa. This movie is about how Michelle Pfeiffer's, or whoever she plays, son, when he was 3 years old, got abducted, and 10 years later Michelle Pfeiffer found it just by looking at him, and what came after. That's a very, very weird object, because the 10-year-old or 13-year-old boy didn't really know them as his family. He loved his abductors. So that's what this movie is about. What can you do in that situation? Very gripping story if you're into dramas. Also, Whoopi Goldberg is in this movie. She's really good also. And there is inside artwork and scene selection. I love this movie as well. Next up, another classic that doesn't have a Blu-ray release. Why? Or I'm not aware of it. Dangerous Minds. Why this movie doesn't have a Blu-ray release? Great high school movie. I really like it. Good music, good drama. What can I say more? Jerry Bruckheimer production. Let's see if inside art. It has little inside art. Coolio's Gangsta's Paradise. In this movie, that's, I think, the opening song. Great movie. Alright, and the Hungarian edition of The Age of Innocence. I kept this DVD because I cherished this Hungarian edition for a long time, and I think it's nicely made. Oops, nicely made case and edition. Martin Scorsese's movie. I talked about this movie in a couple of times in my other videos. Great period drama. Takes place in the 1800s in New York City, and the social groups and the differences, and what's accepted, what not accepted. Love, forbidden love. Great story. I have a DVD here of The Prince of Egypt. Oops. I kept the DVD because this one has the original artwork, which I like, the poster artwork. a very bare bones edition, otherwise great disc. Great animation. This is one of my favorite animated movies. Hand-drawn animation, biblical story, good music. I love the When You Believe, the song When You Believe. I have that on my phone. It's a very powerful, beautiful song. Michelle Pfeiffer sings in it as well. She plays the sister in this movie. I forgot her name. Yep. Another unknown movie, I think, very underrated unknown movie, Personal Effects. This is about this guy who is a wrestler, and his sister was killed, and he wants to take vengeance, and then he meets Michelle Pfeiffer randomly somewhere, I'm not sure where, and then they form like a very special connection. It's a really good drama, kind of depressing though, so depressing movie a lot, but good, very good. No Blu-ray release either, and this was a $3 find. I was like ecstatic when I found this movie. I have this movie in Hungary on a DVD, but I was so happy to find the American version for $1. So, and my last DVD, we're gonna go on to the Blu-rays. One Fine Day. This is another movie that Michelle Pfeiffer produced via Rosa Production. This is a romantic comedy with George Clooney and the little girl. Not sure the name of the little girl, but she was in other movies also. I don't know if you can tell. Another great Hungarian release. Well, not much over there for inside artwork, but it's just nice when you open up a movie and then you have something to look at. Fun movie. Alright, let's go on to the Blu-rays. First I'm gonna do my bare bone Blu-rays, no slipcover. My latest find, Stardust. I've been on the lookout for this movie, and not a long time ago I found this in a movie trading store. This is a fairy tale, and Michelle Pfeiffer plays a witch, and she gets really ugly in this movie. It was kind of traumatic first time when I saw this movie. I was like, oh no, she gets so ugly. So there's no picture of her when she's ugly, but Claire Danes is in this movie, and Robert De Niro. It's a nice fairy tale if you're into that, like if you like Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, Hocus Pocus, those type of movies. Game of Thrones are a little bit too much. Bare Bones, Eco Case, but it has cool visuals, so I haven't seen it for a while. I have to rewatch it. The next one, I've already mentioned this, The Deep End of the Ocean. This is the Blu-ray release of The Deep End of the Ocean. This is the only way you can buy this movie. The reason why I kept my DVD, because it has much better artwork, has the scene selection, I just like it, and that's my Hungarian original movie that I had. This is by Echo Bridge Entertainment, and it comes with Stepmom as well. This movie is a great movie, so I wasn't disappointed that I got this double pack. The movies are on one disc, but at least you get a disc art and not an eco case. So that's that. Next up is Dark Shadows, Tim Burton movie. Okay, so this is gonna be one movie I say that it's not my favorite, but if you like Tim Burton's style and like Michelle Pfeiffer, which I do both, I like Tim Burton's movies and I love Michelle Pfeiffer, this movie is a fun watch. Not gonna lie, it's pretty forgettable though. It's fun watch and it's good for the atmosphere. So for Halloween, this is such an Halloween atmospheric movie, so even you can put it on in the background for trick or treating. I think I got this in the Dollar General, but later I seen them in the Dollar Tree. I didn't want to double dip, but my copy has a slash on it here. I repaired the case, came with the code, nothing much inside. Next movie is The Family. Now this is a fun mob comedy. It's a really fun watch. Again, Michelle Pfeiffer and Robert De Niro together. This is one of the recent movies of Michelle Pfeiffer, 2013. I guess it's not that recent. Yeah, funny. Not my favorite, but it's a good fun watch. Now, one of my favorite Halloween good movie by Michelle Pfeiffer is Wolf. I love this movie. Again, it just has some certain atmosphere that gives me the creeps, but not too much. So Jack Nicholson and Michelle Pfeiffer together again. When Michelle Pfeiffer falls for this guy who I think was bitten by a wolf, and he turns into wolf every night, but he has to suppress his animalistic instincts. It's just really good. I like it. For Halloween, it's great. This time of the year, it's a good horror movie. And this is not a recent one. When is it from? 1994. So yeah, good old 90s horror movie. Good. The next movie is one of the most depressing Michelle Pfeiffer movies out there, other than White Oleander. I think this surpasses that movie. This is the most depressing Michelle Pfeiffer movies. Where is Kira? I don't know why this movie is not on a Criterion Collection. This movie has such a Criterion Collection feel to it. So this is going to be featured in my should be a Criterion video as well. Not easy watch, at least for me. I don't know. For me, this movie is everything that I was afraid of in life. And I don't know if I want to say any more of this movie. Check it out if you dare. I don't know if I ever gonna rewatch this. It's a masterpiece. The acting is out of this world, but whew, hard watch, very hard, very depressing. Alright, so back to a fun movie, The Prince of Egypt. I was talking about this already. these covers that they do at DreamWorks and Pixar lately. Not cool. I don't like these covers. Look at how much nicer is the original poster cover. Dynamic, colorful. Comes out of the frame. Look at that. This one, two faces in front of a one colored background. It does look like something that was put out by a Z company. The back too. But the movie itself is very good. I love this movie, so I had to have it. Of course, it's the digital code and no discard. At least the disc is red, not gray or blue, so that's something. Alright, another movie. This movie, People Like Us. Michelle Pfeiffer has a smaller role in this movie. The main people are Elizabeth Banks and Chris Pine. This is a family drama. This movie is very close to my heart. Very good family drama. Entertaining, not too depressing. The ending is kind of tear-jerking. If you have not seen this movie, this is another underrated movie that people don't talk about, but it's so touching and great. Here is a little picture of Michelle Pfeiffer, who plays Chris Pine's character's mom. This is a touchstone release. So this is one of the last Disney movies. If you say, I don't know if Touchstone releases movies anymore, or it's just Disney. I generally enjoy Touchstone movies. They have certain quality to them. So if you know anything, insider information about Touchstone, please let me know in the comments below. Yes, good movie. And my last Simpleton Blu-ray release is New Year's Eve. Michelle Pfeiffer again, not a huge character in this movie. Look at so many people in this movie, so many great A-list actors and actresses. Robert De Niro again. They worked together in a lot of movies. Another multiple storyline movies where people's lives are intertwined takes place on New Year's Eve. I enjoy movies that generally takes place on a holiday, so good movie, good watch, especially for New Year's Eve. Alright, let's go on to the next pile. Is going to be it's not a big pile, it's gonna be my slipcovered Blu-ray editions. I wish if I would have slipcovers for the rest, so I'm hunting for those, but I don't really want to pay much money for it, because I'm not, the main reason is the movie, but I like a nice slipcover because it adds artwork, adds value in the presentation of the physical release. Next movie is Hairspray, the remake, and if you don't see, it is a slipcovered edition, because look at that. Whoop! This is a cool edition. I like it. Like, it's special shiny material in the art. It's rare that I don't know if I know even another Blu-ray that has special foil letters. And this is a nice silhouette poster without the slipcover, but then with the slipcover and then you can pick and choose which side do you want to display. So there is this side, and there is this side, and of course I am displaying Michelle Pfeiffer on the front right here. John Travolta is funny. It's a fun movie, especially if you like musicals. Michelle Pfeiffer again plays like a not nice character in this. Not my favorite Michelle Pfeiffer movie, so here you go. I'm not gonna overpraise this particular piece. Whew. The next movie is something else. Mother. Darren Aronofsky's Mother. If you haven't seen it, I don't know what to say about it. If you like heavy symbolism in movies and you don't mind to be deeply disturbed, just go in blind and then try to figure out the movie later. I've seen this movie in the theaters, and before this movie was released, they had like a teaser poster for this movie that was very much alike Rosemary's Baby's poster. So I thought that this might be a sequel or spiritual sequel or prequel to that movie, but I don't think that was the case. It was just kind of teaser poster to mess with your mind. Michelle Pfeiffer again doesn't play a huge role in this movie. This is a very weird movie. The symbolism in it is just wow. In the theaters, I don't think I got everything out of it. I was, I think, too shocked. And to be honest, I have not rewatched this because I'm not sure when would you be in a mood to watch a movie like this. So I'm waiting for that moment when I'm gonna be in the mood for Mother. Intense movie, definitely very intense movie. Could be a masterpiece, but it's just very disturbing. And it's not a secret, me as a religious person, I'm not sure what I think of that aspect of the movie. So what I'm saying is I don't have a clear opinion of this movie yet. I have to rewatch it and digest the whole movie. But the slipcover is really cool. Let's just talk about the physical release. It looks like a painting, or it is a painting, same as the inside. Does it have disc artwork? No disc artwork. Just like that. Is this Universal? No, it's Paramount. Universal and Paramount are not big on artwork. So yes, Mother. Next up is an amazing movie. This should have been up for Oscars, multiple Oscars. Michelle Pfeiffer should have been up for Oscars for the role she played in this movie. Murder on the Orient Express. What a beautiful slipcover also. They could have done some embossing, but beautiful. This movie is just blown me away. I saw it in cinema, and the way the stories put together, the cinematography. I'm not sure who won the cinematography that year. I'm sure they deserved it for Oscars, but wow, this movie should have won cinematography. Stunning. Michelle Pfeiffer is also amazing in this movie, and she sings a song at the very end of the movie, which is just so touching and gripping. Great movie by Kenneth Branagh, and of course Judi Dench is in this movie. And I remember reading about articles, interviews with Michelle Pfeiffer, and she said that she was so excited to work with Judi Dench, but she was so humble in this interview. She was almost like nervous or anxious to meet Judi Dench, like she's an extra higher level than her. So I thought she always so humble. She is so humble in interviews, and so critical of herself. What an amazing actress. Let's see. All right, that's it for my slipcover editions. Let's go into my boutique Blu-rays. Twilight Time put out The Russia House. Twilight Time is not in business anymore, so this movie is not really available on the market anymore. Also, it was limited of 3,000 units, so only 3,000 of this exist. This is Michelle Pfeiffer's earlier movie. Beautiful disc artwork, and Moscow in the background. Very, very nice edition. Original poster artwork here. Another poster artwork. Nice little booklet. I love this edition. I have to yet rewatch this movie. I've seen it long time ago. What I remember is some great close-up shots of Michelle Pfeiffer, and she's fairly young in this movie. I think it's 1988, no, 1990. All right. So yes, beautiful. She's stunning in this movie with Sean Connery, kind of like a James Bond setting, even though he's not James Bond in this movie, but it kind of like the style of the movie is kind of like that, surrounding secret services, Russia. Yep, Russia House. All right. A Kino Lorber Blu-ray, 8,000 Acres. Kino Classics. Kind of bare bones. For a boutique label, I would expect a little bit more. I think this is my only Kino title, so I'm not sure what's the big deal about Kino, so let me know in the comments below if you're a Kino Lorber fan. Not many special features either, so it's this movie is also a depressing movie. I remember when I saw this movie in Hungary, this was such a typical mid-USA representation of just the atmosphere. Not whatever happens in the movie, but the atmosphere of the farm and the life, the Midwestern lifestyle, the windmills, the barns, I don't know, just the fields, farm fields. This is about three sisters. One is played by Michelle Pfeiffer and Jennifer Jason Leigh and Jessica Lange. A family drama. I'm wondering, was it up for anything? Any awards? I'm not sure. Haven't rewatched this movie recently either, but I remember it's not an easy watch either. It's kind of heavy on the family drama. So, and my last boutique title is the Criterion Collection, The Age of Innocence. Beautiful, beautiful movie. I like this edition. It's beautiful. I wish they would have featured Michelle Pfeiffer somewhere. Booklet, background. Not crazy about the background they did. Nice thick booklet at least though. So I'm glad about that. And I've already talked about the movie, which has the original. Yeah, on my DVD has the original poster artwork, which I really like because you can see Michelle Pfeiffer's face. They could have done differently. I don't think this poster reflects the atmosphere of the movie, so, but that's just me. On to what should I do? 4Ks or steelbooks? Let's do steelbooks. Of course, probably you've been like, how come you didn't show this movie yet? This is so classic. Well, here it is. Scarface. Michelle Pfeiffer and white coat. Cool. Very cool edition. And more so, what I love about this edition, and this is the original poster art, so I like that. But here inside you can get her face. It's really cool. This steelbook is made very, very good. Here she is again. Very nice. This was a Target exclusive. I still kept this little sticker. And it's matte, but this part has a little shine. Nice. And a classic movie. I think this was Michelle Pfeiffer's one of her breakout roles from 80, not sure, 80 something. Alright, and I only have another steelbook. They don't have a lot of movies out on steelbook, Michelle Pfeiffer's movies, other than Batman Returns, but I already talked about that. And this is the Grease collection. This is a very cool steelbook as well. Looks like a locker, and the embossing and debossing are really cool. Oh, so yeah, debossed here, embossed there. Nice. And I like the cover. Here she is. And I like, of course, Grease 2 better than Grease 1. Sorry. I just like Michelle Pfeiffer. She sings fun. She's fun singing. Of course, Grease is classic. And the third movie in this collection is Grease Live, which I've never watched yet, or haven't watched yet. I'm not gonna take out all these discs, but they have a bunch of little photos in the background, and I'm sure there is Michelle Pfeiffer somewhere. But it's going on. My video is going for an hour now. I can't believe. I don't even know if I can upload this. Here's my account. I don't have 1,000 subscribers yet, so if you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button so I can get to 1,000, and maybe we'll have a party. All right, on to the 4Ks. First 4K is, of course, Murder on the Orient Express. Why do I have this movie twice? Well, I got this movie for my birthday from my husband, and I love the slipcover. So I didn't double dip and buy. I didn't want to buy it on 4K, and I didn't want to discard my birthday present. But I found this copy, 4K, for $5.99 in a movie trading store, so I had to get it, especially because this 4K has both discs still in. This 4K disc and 4K transfer supposed to be amazing. This movie was shot on film, so it's a great 4K transfer from the film, and it's like extra widescreen as well. Where does it say? 2.39 to 1, so that is very, very wide. Also, this one has D-Box motion code. That would be awesome if I would have those moving chairs in my movie room when we have a movie room one day. So I really like to have that D-Box on my discs. I think that would be extra fun. So yeah, amazing movie. Cinematography. Oof. Alright. Is this her latest movie? I think this is her. No, I don't know which one was later, but she is in Avengers Endgame. She's not on the poster, so haven't watched it yet, sorry. I have to catch up on Marvel movies, so haven't watched Endgame yet because I haven't watched Infinity. I watched the first Avengers, so I really have to get into Marvel. And I like Marvel movies, but it's not like my favorite category. And then another 4K I have is the Target exclusive Ant-Man and the Wasp. Now, for Marvel movies, I love the Ant-Man, and Ant-Man stands on its own. The Marvel movies, the Marvel cinematic universe kind of intimidates me, so that's why I think I haven't caught up on watching them. I have a bunch of them wherever they are, but I have to catch myself up with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But Ant-Man and the Wasp, I think, stand on their own very well. You don't have to know a lot about the other characters to understand this movie. And you might ask, why didn't I pick up the Steelbook? Well, the reason is Michelle Pfeiffer. She is not featured on the Steelbook at all. The Best Buy exclusive Steelbook. That Steelbook was okay, but in here you see she's featured on the front artwork. She's featured on the back. And this is a cool edition. Also, she's featured on the when you open this whole thing up. She's one of the character pictures behind the discs. And this one comes with a gallery book. So I think this is a neat edition of this movie. And my last movie, and if you're still watching, kudos to you. You either a big Michelle Pfeiffer fan or a big fan of filozsofia, either or. I'm happy that you're still with me. Maleficent, the Mistress of Evil. And is this the latest or Endgame? I'm not sure. Those two came out quite close to each other. And why did I pick up this edition, you ask again? It's the same reason. The Best Buy Steelbook wasn't featuring Michelle Pfeiffer, and this one does, and actually does it like this. Beautiful Queen Ygritte. She is a cold beauty again in this movie. She said in one of her interviews that she likes to play the evil roles, I guess. I wish you, if you hear me, Michelle Pfeiffer, you would play more not evil roles, because I love you, but I would like to love your character as well in movies. I tend not to love the evil, so side message. It's a really cool edition, as you see. It's much better in my opinion than the, just you gotta be really careful with these Target slipcases. They are quite fragile. Beautiful 4K. I've seen this in the theater as well. And yeah, Michelle Pfeiffer is a cold evil queen. So that's it. Wow, thank you for watching. If you watched it till the end, leave a comment. Potato rose. That's gonna be the secret code for that you watch the entire video, okay? And if you watch the entire video, you know why I'm saying potato rose. I know this is not a complete collection. I'm missing some of Michelle Pfeiffer earlier roles when she wasn't a A-list actress yet, like Delta. She was in Delta House, Amazon Woman on the Moon. I have that in Hungary. A lot of the smaller ones, I still have them in Hungary. I might bring them over. Sweet Liberty. As far as the newer ones, I know I'm missing one that I've been Sherry. Yes, that's one thing that I'm on the hunt for. That's a more like in the last 10-15 years she made that movie, and I'm missing that in my collection, although I have that on DVD in Hungary, so I should combine my collection. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you want 1,000 subscriber, maybe a live party. And thanks for watching. See you next time.